This is TWiT.
Matt G. tweeting from at MPGAGNE. He wrote, "This might be the most annoying password rule list I have ever seen."
Oh, this is a game, I bet. Is this the game?
Well, this is really it. No, this is really interesting because it's got some hidden gotchas. He said, you can't use a password generator because any repeat of a single character makes the password invalid.
Oh,
he said, thought you would enjoy.
That's
okay, now,
terrible.
actually, there are so many good things here. So, okay, here's what the rule list is. And by the way, as we'll see from the bottom rule, this is JP Morgan Chase's password creation guidance. So first, must be 8 to 32 characters long. Must include at least one uppercase, one lowercase, and one number. Okay, those are kind of standard. Must not have special characters or punctuation. Okay.
I don't like that.
Get this, must be different than your previous 24 passwords.
What? Where'd that number come from? What?
I know. Oh, it gets better, Leo. Must not include your email ID partly or fully.
Okay.
Must not include your first name or last name.
That's fair. All right.
Okay. What if your last name or first name is
monkey? Okay. What are you going to do then?
Here's a problem. Must not include more than 2 identical characters.
That makes no sense.
Okay. Get this. Must not include more than 2 consecutive characters.
Wait, what?
I know. And you can't have more than 2 consecutive characters. Okay. Must not use the name of the financial institution, JPM Morgan, JP Morgan, Chase, JP Morgan Chase, or JPMC.
I wonder how much those last couple, not the last one, but the consecutive characters and identical characters, reduces the password space.
Oh, Leo, you have been
way down.
You have been paying attention to this podcast. I credit you that, definitely. Matt's tweet included a screenshot of those requirements, which we just shared. Now, there are 3 problems that come to mind. First, one of the rules reads, must not include more than 2 consecutive characters. Yet, we know from the first rule that the minimum password length is 8 characters. So it's unclear how you create any password longer than 2 characters if you must not include more than 2 consecutive characters.
Well, you got to put a number in between them, right? They mean alphabetic characters?
It's not clear. They just said characters.
Characters.
Yeah. This guy was a character, whoever wrote this. So it must be that the author of this rule meant to say 2 consecutive identical characters.
Oh.
Right?
Maybe.
Except that the preceding rule is
you can't have any identical characters at all.
Well, no, it says must not include more than 2 identical characters. Now, again, the digit 2 is not necessary because you could just say identical characters, right?
Yeah.
That's redundant, but okay, fine. So that means that the misworded following rule, they must not include more than 2 identical characters, is redundant because it's fully covered by the one that precedes it. Okay, but aside from that grammatical nitpicking, there are 2 bigger problems. The very first rule states that the password must be 8 to 32 characters long. Okay, so a minimum of 8 characters. Really? An 8-character password is sufficient given all of the rest of the rigmarole that JP Morgan Chase customers are being put through?
Nonsense.
And when you think about it, Leo, given how difficult they've made it to create any password.
Yeah, because your password manager doesn't know these rules.
No. So, no, it's got to be done by hand. But given how difficult they've made it to create any password that somehow manages to get through the gauntlet of those rules, users would be hugely incentivized to quit after somehow working out an 8-character string that qualifies.
Yeah, you're right. You're guaranteeing
Okay.
an 8-character password.
That is exactly right. And that brings us to the third and worst problem of all. These ridiculously, exactly as you immediately saw, these ridiculously onerous rules are going to drive users to create the shortest possible passwords while at the same time making brute force guessing vastly easier and more practical. Any intelligent brute forcer will be informed by the same limiting rules as the password creators. So this dramatically and incredibly reduces the possible brute force search space. No special characters or punctuation. Wow.
I always hate it when I
Talk
see
about-
that one. I hate that.
Yes, that's so stupid.
Yeah.
Talk about dramatically reducing the alphabet size and thus the search space. Those same rules which make it difficult for a customer to create a qualifying password automatically discards a vast universe of passwords that would have been possible and that an attacker would have needed to try. But now the attacker already knows that those would not have qualified.
Yeah, that's great.
Imagine all of the guesses where more than 2 characters are the same. None of those ever need to be tried.
Unbelievable.
What a perfect real-world example of someone thinking that they're being quite clever by forcing their customers into compliance when they're inconveniencing those customers while at the same time making things far easier for the attackers.
Unbelievable. And we see this
And at
all
this
the
point,
time.
Yeah, it's just, trying to make it better and making it worse.
Go ahead. You want to take a
No,
break?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to know if you've seen the password game, because this is so fun. From Neil.fun. Have you ever heard of this? Okay.
I haven't. No.
Okay. I'm not going to show you this if you have anything to do tonight. Because
Uh-oh.
okay, so it's at neil.fun.
Okay, maybe don't show it to me until after SpinRite 6.1 ships.
It's to make fun of all of these. Okay, so I'm going to do monkey. It has to include a number. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Uppercase letter. Okay, I'll make the M an uppercase.
Yeah. That's good.
The digits in your passwords must add up to 25. So 3 plus 8 is 11. Plus 9 is 20 and then 5. Yep. Okay. Password must include a month of the year. June. Okay. One of our sponsors, Shell. Roman numerals should multiply to 35. Uh-oh. So this has to be maybe. So that's 7 times 5. So that maybe this will be VII. And then this will be V. Okay. Oh, CAPTCHA. D22BD, D22.
Now, does it always give you the same requirements?
Yes.
Or do those?
So I've just ruined it by doing the CAPTCHA because there was a 22 in there. So now I can eliminate everything but a 3. Okay. It's 2. So it's 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, I get it. 13, 25. Okay. Here's where I stop. Your password must include today's Wordle answer. By the way, it is today's Wordle answer. I've done this before. John and I have both done this. So you now go off to solve Wordle. It checks. So you now go off to solve Wordle. It will give you a chess problem in just a bit. At one point, your password starts to catch on fire, and you have to put out. Anyway,
for our listeners, it's Neal, NEAL.FUN.
Yes, password game. He does a lot of fun games. I guarantee you, because you're smart, you will dig this. I have never gotten past the fire. John says he's gotten past the fire. What's the last step you got to, John? How far did you get? I think he said he got 25 rules, something like that. It goes on. The guy who created it, Neil, said he's never finished it. You will enjoy it, Steve. All right, now we're going to take a break. Please, folks, Do not go off and do that. Stay tuned. You can do it tonight. Enjoy the rest of security now before you engage on this. It's like the paperclip game. Once you start, you kiss the rest of the day goodbye.
Hey, I know you're super busy, so I won't keep you long, but I wanted to tell you about a show here on the TWiT network called Tech News Weekly. You are a busy person, and during your week, you may want to learn about all the tech news that's fit to say, not print, here on TWiT. It's Tech News Weekly. Me, Micah Sargent, my co-host, Jason Howell. We talk to and about the people making and breaking the tech news, and we love the opportunity to get to share those stories with you and let the people who wrote them or broke them share them as well. So I hope you check it out every Thursday right here on TWiT.